It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Stephon Diggs. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Bills and the Chiefs, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today it's a Week 14 matchup, which should be a good one, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Get it!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines, and it's second down.
You talk about this Chiefs defense.
Coming into this one, ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
So they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first. They run for the first time with James Cook. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Touchdown! Khalil Shakir, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs, 48 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead.
Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him?
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Well, they run the option on second down.
And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Chiefs will have the foot. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
And cue the applause, and there it is for him. The mark he's been aiming for all season long. 1,000 yards. Just the 3rd quarterback to reach that milestone, joining Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick. That's a season's worth of work and a huge commitment to get him the touches that he needed to make that happen. Congratulations.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. They'll set up to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete.
Sean McDermott will throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the decision to throw out that challenge flag, a good one, as they'll get credited with a completion.
They'll run with Cook, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
James Cook with his 13th rushing touchdown on the
So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the 1st half. Back to throw now on 1st down.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
He'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right.
Now he fires deep for Shakir.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle.
And he's going to have the 1st down and more than that.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Trent Sherfield in the final seconds of the 1st half.
And the Bills have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field.
Oh, that held up there a long time, but it falls innocently and incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. They run. Cook.
Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Rolling to his left.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Looking to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That one goes for 8 yards.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it, I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hardy. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now back to throw. Rolling to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so. But ordinarily, 2nd down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up 3rd down. They'll have to throw it anyway.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's taken down. A cheap sack.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll try and throw for it here. Flushed out right. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. We're back now in KC. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
They're going to look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That open man that time, they ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll set up a throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
On the ground, it's Cook. The solid stiff arm. Pushes by another. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now it's Hines, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flush to his right.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. Yep. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
That's caught by Gabriel Davis.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Hines has some oohs and ahs from the crowd as he jukes his way forward for a couple of yards.
Okay, ready. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And Diggs has it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Finding Shakir across the formation. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
This to Hines on the drop-off. Touchdown, Bills! Nyheim Hines from 6 yards away. And the Bills stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going deep for Diggs. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown! Gabriel Davis, 46 yards. And the Bills have... So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Buffalo, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Fox.
I can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake. It's not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism, ain't no ordinary organs in them. I can't afford any synonymy. That's why my flow is like a cinnamon tsunami.